Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, today's date, Wednesday, June 11th, 2014. The markets are trading lower today. Best sell-off we've had in quite some time. Markets are off of their lows. As you can see, we hit a gap fill here. And again, just the technical levels today have worked beautifully. Take a look at this. So the low of the day, look at the gap fill. All right, going back about to Friday to Thursday of last week before Friday's gap up right there. In addition, look at the first level we bounced off of, the 200 moving average. So again, you had a gap down this morning, traded sideways, fell into the 200, traded back up, then collapsed down to gap fill and are now bouncing back. Three moving averages above current price are going to make it tough for the market to get back above that level. So again, we'll watch very, very carefully here to see how things trade out. But right now, anyways, the markets are under some nice pressure. Why is the pressure coming today? That's the big question. And the answers are multifold. First of all, the charts told us that we would see some resistance. And I think that's important to understand. All right, so if you look at the charts from yesterday and on Monday, you could easily see that there was some trouble with the markets. It wasn't kind of predicating a big sell-off, but it was just telling us that some weakness was due. And again, how do you know that? We'll take a look at Monday's action right here. All right, Monday the market rallied early and then couldn't hold its gains and came back in. All right, that's the first time that's happened in about 3 to 4 weeks. That's a long time, guys. So for that to happen, you had to take note. I noted it to you guys in these videos in the last couple days. Yesterday, we saw early selling and the markets came back up, but notice how they really couldn't blast higher the rest of the day. We basically traded from the highs early in the day to the close almost sideways. There was no spring to that step, if you will. So that was another weak indicator. And then it takes it right into today's action, where we gap down and are down about 81 cents on the SPY, 8 points on the S&P, 109 points on the Dow, and the NASDAQ down about 12. NASDAQ overall is performing the best percentage-wise, only down about 1/3%, while the Dow is the worst, down 0.6%. Now, again, what's going on here in the markets? Well, the charts were telling us some weakness would come in. The media is blaming it on a stupid reason, and that's namely that the global growth forecast was lowered slightly. The funny thing is, as intelligent investors as we are, we have to be able to look at that and say, well, listen, it really has nothing to do with the news because we had bad news in the last couple weeks and it really didn't take down the markets, right? So it's more so to do with time and the charts. And this is why we stress following the charts and not the BS bullshit news, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. You know, anytime you follow the news, you're going to be kind of second fiddle. A good example of this would be on Micron today. So if you look at Micron, Micron got an upgrade. All right, Micron got an upgrade today, and a price target of $40 by Bank of America, outperformed buy rating, I think it is. And the stock popped early, and it's already starting to fade. In fact, you have a nice bearish pattern here. I will almost guarantee you, and I won't guarantee you, but I'll almost guarantee you that this is the top on the stock. All right, any upgrades that occur at highs of charts, I mean, this is just the end of the road. And again, what you can see here, take a look. Look at the run the stock has had. Look at today's doji formation. And my guess is this is headed lower. In fact, I may be deciding to take a short later today on this play. We'll decide later. But nonetheless, I think it's a beauty. All right. One of the other keys I'd like to make clear in this video, I've positioned myself both long and short on various stocks and ETFs. But I'm finding chart patterns that are either bearish to short or bullish to go long. And what I want to make clear about that is if you find the proper PPT setup, which is price pattern and time methodology setup, it doesn't matter if the markets are up or down, you're going to make money on it 9 out of 10 times. It's just the way it works. So a good example would be on Boeing. All right, Boeing was a great short setup. I took the short setup and I posted it in the research center. Beautiful gap fill over here. Perfect little pivot top. And look at today. Boeing is down 3.4%, or $3.34, or 2.5% approximately. All right, now another great one was DAL. All right, we bought puts on DAL last week Today, those puts at one point were up 85%. All right. Why? Well, again, look at the chart. It maxed itself out up here. Started to stall out. Extended chart. Max move away from the 200 and the 50. Done. Donezo right there. So there's so much money to be made on the charts if you just know what you're doing. And that's what it comes down to, folks. So neither be a bull nor a bear. Focus on each individual equity. Look at the chart. Read the chart. And if the chart is solid, go for that. That's all it comes down to. All right? Okay, what else do we have going on here, folks? Couple other stocks under some pressure today. DuPont's down 60 cents. We're seeing JPM is also down about 1.2%. I shorted Intel yesterday, already up 1.2% on Intel today. Some really nice profits. I mean, ultimately, as long as you know what you're doing, you're making money in this market. Question is, do you? Do you know what you're doing? Are you making money in this market? Doesn't mean you're not going to occasionally get stopped out. That happens to the best traders on Wall Street, happens to Warren Buffett, happens to Tepper, all these guys. Question is your win rate high enough? You know, when you have a win rate of 80+%, that's where you're making big money, folks. All right. Going to a couple other stocks out there. Let's take a look. A couple stocks today that are strong. Baidu's up slightly today. Sina, which is a Chinese player, also up about $1 and change. So we are seeing some strength in Chinese equities today. And that is something. EWZ, which is the Brazilian ETF, having a nice day, although it's coming off its highs. That's something I'm watching as well. And even the VXX, which is a volatility indicator here, or the volatility ETF, that's having a decent day. It's definitely a short-term oversold with the VIX near 11. And this is getting a nice pop, 2.5% pop today. Bottom line is, come to InTheMoneyStocks.com, profit with the pros. Not going to say anything else. 7-day free trial. It's right here for the taking. Step up and start making some money. Take care.